Evening, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Monday's live Stampin. It's Monday the 15th of April and we should be live on Facebook and on YouTube. Just wait for a few people to join and then we will make a start. If you're joining me on Facebook or YouTube, do say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're joining me from. And it's always nice to feel like I've got some company here in my little craft room. So a few people are on now, which is lovely. Thanks everyone for joining me. If you're watching back on the replay, a very happy hello to you as well. So tonight we have a new week. I've had a lovely weekend, lots of family time, lots of time with friends, and it's the end of the Easter holidays. So the kids went back to school today. I braved my emails and spoke to a few head teachers. And the day went really quickly, which is lovely. Hi Shaz, hi Carol, hi Ramona. Ramona's joining from Washington, very nice. Becky's joining from Texas. Thank you very much for joining us. So yeah, lovely day today. It's been quite nice to have a little bit of me time. It's been nice to have a little bit of peace and quiet, but I've really missed the girls today. It's been really strange. I think as they're getting a little bit older, I'm enjoying having them home. Especially while the weather's been nice. We've had every weather today known to man apart from snow. We've had thunder, we've had lightning, we've had hail, we've had rain, we've had sun. It's so windy. At one point today, I didn't think I'd be able to go live because it was blowing a gale outside, but it's calmed down a little bit. So I'm hoping we'll be uninterrupted tonight. So tonight I'm going to be walking you through the new in colours. We have a new catalogue that starts on the 1st of May. And with every new catalogue, annual catalogue, we welcome 5 new colours and we say farewell to five retiring colours. So I'm going to walk you through the new in colours tonight. I'm going to make a few cards and see what you think. Tonight's design is inspired by a lovely demonstrator in the South Pacific called Kayla. Huge fan of her. She's a wizard with colour. And I was having a little browse on Pinterest just before 8 o'clock tonight, and something that she made really inspired me. So Kayla, if you're watching, this one's for you, my lovely, although I won't do it justice. So I'll flip my camera around and we will do a little bit of crafting. I've done a little bit of prep already, so there won't be too much, hopefully, waiting around. It should be quite straightforward. And as always, any comments you want to make, pop them in. Any questions you've got, I'll try and keep an eye on the comments so that I can follow along, and feel free to talk amongst yourselves. So let's move over to my desk. Okay, here we are, brand new, well, not brand new, I've got a lovely clean desk, which is always a nice little treat. Hi to Laurie, who's watching for the first time from Illinois. Hello to my mum. Hi, Debbie. And hi, Louise. Louise, I've not heard from you in a little while. I hope you're keeping really well. So let's make a start. 5 new colours. Stampin' Up! Do amazing things with colours. They are, when you say to people, what do you love most about Stampin' Up? Most people say the colours, and here is why. So we have 5 new colours. They are happy colours, I would say, and I absolutely love each and every one of them. So I'll talk you through them. We have Shy Shamrock, which is a lovely tone of green. I would say it's not quite garden green and not quite, there's Coastal Cabana, there's garden green. So it's a lovely complementing tone to some of our existing colours. I have Petunia Pop. Petunia Pop is a really nice purple. So this is Moody Mauve. And this would be Bubble Bath. Okay, so lovely sort of in between, a really in-betweeny pink colour, purple. It also looks really, really nice with Berry Burst. Where's Berry Burst? So I would say it's a shade lighter than Berry Burst. You can really see my lights, which is annoying. It's a shade lighter than Berry Burst. I really like that one. Then we have Pretty in Pink. I love a nice pink, and this is a real nice baby pink colour. So that is Bubble Bath there, and here is Flirty Flamingo. So a really lovely Complementary Pink. I think that one's going to be really quite popular. Then we have Peach Pie. I have absolutely really missed the previous peach that we have, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. Someone remind me what it was called, but it was only 2 years ago that we said goodbye to it, and I've really missed it. I don't have a lot of oranges in our collection, so it's been nice to have something a little bit lighter. That's Pumpkin Pie, so quite a bit darker, and this is Petal Pink, so shade lighter than Petal Pink. I know it's pink, but I think it's more peachy, and then quite a lot lighter than Pumpkin Pie. And then we have Summer Splash. Absolutely love Summer Splash. It is a shade darker than Coastal Cabana, but not quite as dark as Lost Lagoon. And I think Summer Splash is also going to be really popular. Pale Papaya, yes, Sue, that's the one. Absolutely miss Pale Papaya. So those are the inks. The card, I've already done some die cutting. So this is the, what is this called? Cheerful Daisies dies. These are current product, and they're carrying over into the new annual. I like this die. So this is the cardstock. So I'll just compare it to the ink. So that is Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink. I've got Petunia Pop. I've got Summer Splash. And here's my Shy Shamrock. There we go. So those are all the colours. Let me know in the comments if you've already agreed on a favourite colour. With all our in colours, there's also matching products that you can get with this. These are the Stampin' Right markers. So these are water-based. So you can use these to colour your stamps. You can use them to colour. You can use them when you've missed a little bit of your stamp to just fill in the blanks. And they've got two nice nibs. These are 2024-2026 in colour resin dots. So they're sort of a matte colour and in two different sizes of each colour. These are 2024-2026 in colour shimmer gems. And they've got a lovely shine to them. You have a selection of ribbons. So these are bordered ribbon. And I'll show these to you as we make our cards a bit later. So pink, green, orange, purple and blue. And then of course we have the blends. So these are alcohol-based markers that you would use for sort of colouring. Just going to let the dog in before he gets cross. Come on in. In your bed, good boy. And those are the ink colours. So let's do a little bit of card making, shall we? Put all of that to one side. I don't need those. I don't need those. Now I've got a design in mind. So we need to cut some card bases. I'm going to make one in each colour. Oh, that trimmer doesn't need to be used on camera. That's a bit grubby. Okay, so I've got my trimmer and I'm going to cut a card base from each one of these colours. So I'm going to cut a 10th fold card base. So it's just a regular sheet of A4 and I'm going to cut at 10.5. No, thank you. No. Lay down. In your bed. In Dave's bed. Good boy. Lay down. He wants to be covered up. There you are. Good boy. So I've cut a 10.5. I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to score at 14.9. Someone's given a little vote for Summer Splash. My mum loves the pink. And any more votes? Denise has put love them all. Hi, Sophie. So that is Summer Splash. This is, I'm going to keep calling this Pale Pie now. This is Peach Pie. This is Pretty in Pink. And this is Petunia Pop. So I've got a card base in each colour. I'm just going to cut myself a little layer of this. I'm going to go 14.9 and then I'm going to go to 10. So I just want a little strip of this. I'm going to keep hold of this as well, these little pieces. So this is 14.9. So I'm just cutting all my layers so they're nice and uniform. Hi Lisa from a very sunny and warm Pennsylvania. It is freezing cold here today, blowing a gale, and it's probably still raining. So good old British weather today. 14.9. Need to replace my blade in this. It's starting to get a little bit fuzzy when I cut. Oh no, that's my card base. I don't want to cut my card base, do I? Silly me. 14.9 by 10. Hi Sandra. I'm just walking people through the new in colours that come out at the beginning of May. 5 new colours that are joining our collection. Okay, so I have those. We now need some white cards, so let's cut some white. And I'm going to trim this. I'm going to take it down by 3 millimeters. So that was 10. So I'm going to take it down to 9.7. 9.7, 5, 6, 7. So that is about 3 3/4 inches if you're working in inches. I promise you this will be worth the wait. I should have probably cut these before I went live, but hey, we are where we are. I put a little poll out on my Facebook page earlier about product shares. I always like to do a product share for papers and ink in the new catalogue. So I put out a little questionnaire for you to fill out if you're here in the UK about what sort of product shares you'd like to see. Would you like to see in colour product shares? Would you like to see patterned paper? Would you like to see card? And a product share is basically, rather than getting a whole pack of everything, you would get a selection of the things that I select. So it's quite a nice way to get a little selection of things. And then you can decide what you want to buy, sort of one of. Okay, so I've got all my card bases, all my layers cut now. So let's just pair these together. So where's mine? Right. So let's fold these. I'm going to fold my card bases, give them a really nice crease. And then for each one of my layers, so this layer here, I'm going to stick that onto my card front. Okay. So this one is Petunia Pop. And this will give me a nice little border both sides. Okay, so that's one. Next, I've got some Shy Shamrock. Quite like making cards like this. It feels like you're sort of on a bit of a conveyor belt. You do all of one thing and then all of something else. You've got about 2.5 mil each side. Oh, for some reason, my Stampin seal has recently started taking off the back of my the layer of my card, and I don't know why, but it's only some colours. So it's a good job no one can see that bit. So pop that layer on. I've got pink now. Let's try it with the pink and see what happens. No, it doesn't like the pink layer. Where's my regular seal? Lovely. Like so. And then we have the peach pie, or as my upline referred to it when we first saw it, peach fuzz. Okay, turn that over. Lovely. Okay, so those are my card bases and layers, all cut and all prepared. And then I want to use the ink. I want to use the ink and the card on this. So I've got myself just a little bit of grid paper. Ignore the fact it's got a little bit of mess on it, but hey. And I'm going to use my ink pads to create my background. So I'm going to start with Pretty in pink. Okay, and I'm going to add just a little bit of seal, just a teeny bit, to kind of hold that in place. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my ink pad across the card. So you want the card to stay in one place. And what this is going to give us, it's going to give us a really nice swipe of ink. So it will give us a different texture of the colour. So you want to put your ink pad at an angle, and you want to start one end, and you want to make sure that's sort of in the centre of that. And you're just going to drag it. And you get beautiful texture in that swipe, and it's just a great way to show off the colours, and it's just a different way to use your ink pad. So pop that off of there, and then take the card base, and that is then going to sit just on there like so. Okay, let me know what you think. Okay, so I can stick this on, and you will get a different look every time you do that. You will never ever repeat. You'll never get the same pattern twice. But I love that technique. Okay, so we're going to do that with all 5 colours. So next we've got Summer Splash. I'm going to put just a little bit of ink, a little bit of seal on the back to hold it in place. And Summer Splash, I'm going to line it up in the centre. And I'm just going to pull it down. So it starts off really quite dense, and then as you get towards the end, you get this lovely texture. So this is Summer Splash. Okay. I've got Petunia Pop next. I also like doing this with mini stamping spots. It's quite fun. Okay, so Petunia Pop is our purple. So line it up so it's in the centre. And pull. That's a beautiful colour, isn't it? Really love that colour. They will always dry lighter than they look as well to start with, so just remember that. Okay, that one. Next I've got Peach Pie. And depending on how much pressure you put on, depends on how dense your colour is. Quite like that one, that's really quite fun there. Love that Petunia. I thought you might, Denise. You do love a purple. This one's going to be my favourite, I think. Like so. And then the last one, last but not least, we have Shy Shamrock. Oh, that one's come out quite nice. That one. Okay. So now I've done that, I can stick this one down. And I'll show you what they now look like when they're on their cards. So here we have all of them. 2, 3, 4, 5. I love that. So much fun. Okay, it's like messy crafting without getting messy. How I didn't get any ink on my hands though is beyond me. Right, so now because I want to show off the card as well, here are my die cuts. Okay, so I'm going to put this die cut sort of at the bottom, I think. So I'm going to just pop out all these little stubborn bits just very quickly. And this is a lovely die to use. There is a second layer you can add to it, but I'm going to keep it quite simple just with this first layer. So this is currently available in the main catalogue, and it is carrying over, which is good news. So there is the pink. And I'm going to attach this to my card with a few little diddy dimensionals. And I'm just going to put those in sort of the wider areas of this die, which there's not a huge amount. So I'm just being quite clever with where I place those. Save the best till last, Nicola. I sure did. Okay, so I'm going to put that just down there. So that's that one. This orange is nearly all cut out. This is what I was doing when I went live tonight. I was popping out all these little pieces. So Karen has asked, what set is that? This die is from the Cheerful Daisies set. Currently in the annual, and it is going over, which I'm really pleased about. Before I came live, I went through my dies, and actually I don't have a huge amount of sort of big floral dies. I was quite surprised. I know I'm not a huge floral crafter, although I love florals in my sort of everyday life. I don't often use them in my crafting. I do really like this set. Just peeling off these backs. Nice. I think I have that one. I love that. I love that we think we have it. Okay, so that's number 2. The green one, that's all cut out already. Definitely feels like it's calmed down out there now. Okay, so Shy Shamrock this is. And that one's going to go just down there. And then these ones here, this may take me a minute to get through, so just bear with. This one, I don't think I ran this through twice. It should be okay. Just have to be patient, don't you? And sometimes it looks quite nice when there's the odd piece sort of left in. It looks sort of quite just different. Don't think I'm going to get these dots out on this one, so I might leave that there. I find running this through twice is really good. It makes this popping these stubborn bits out a lot easier, but this one's obviously just gone through once because they really are more stubborn than normal. So I'm gonna stop trying to force it, and I'm going to stick it on. Okay, so that is Summer Splash, and then here is Petunia Pop. Okay, that's nice and straightforward. This one obviously went through twice. Okay, looks like ice cream confetti on my desk now. Oh, hi Emily from Holland. Thanks for joining. Okay. So now let's put this on here. Lovely. Pleased with that. So I'll just show you what they now look like. So there is Petunia Pop. There is Summer Splash. There is Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, and Petal Pink, Pretty in Pink. I keep calling it Petal Pink, but it's Pretty in Pink, isn't it? Okay, so now let's do a little bit of stamping, shall we? So I've got these here. These are just strips of white card that were cut off the edge of my when I was cutting out the card earlier. Now there's one set that I really, really love, and it is, I love the sentiment, the happy birthday sentiment. So this is Attention Shoppers, which is also brand new, and I want to use this happy birthday sentiment. So I want a little banner. Okay. So happy birthday is just here. And I'm going to stamp this in every colour. So I have happy birthday in Shy Shamrock. Always make sure to give your stamps a good clean between colours. I'm just using one of our chamois. Just had a notification pop up. I'm just going to clear that. Evening, Maria. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you've had a good day. Let's do some no, what's this? Peach pie. Petunia Pop. It's like a ticker tape. Summer Splash. Maria, we're just having a little play with the in colours. Summer Splash, and I've done Shy Shamrock. Pretty in Pink is the last one. Okay, so there's my ticker tape of sentiments. There's not a huge difference between Summer Splash ink and Shy Shamrock. So I'm going to trim this down into a little banner. So I'm just going to snip at a little angle. Now I feel like I need a little bit of texture on here. So let's just take this one. So that looks quite sweet over there. What do you think? I'm trying to decide which to get first. Oh, what do we reckon, guys? What shall we say? I'm going to snip this down ever so. It needs to be a little bit thinner, I think. So I'm going to use my big scissors. What do you stamp most of? If you stamp flowers, then I would probably suggest getting the pink, purple and orange. But if you like sort of more foliage, and I would recommend getting the greens, or if you like seaside, the blue. So have a think about what you've got, what other colours you've got already, and what your sort of style is. For me, I would probably go with the light peach because we don't have any colour like that. Okay, so that's been cut down a little bit, so that just feels like it's going to sit better. What do you think? I'm going to just open up the ribbon, and there's something that I wanted to try. Now these are obviously really wide ribbons, so I'm going to try and see if I can pull out a thread of this. I'm pulling this bit out. So this is just me tearing, just pulling out the ribbon. You run it between your thumb and your forefinger, it will sort of straighten out a little bit. So now I'm going to fold this over a few times. Nice, it's quite subtle. So let's put a little bit of tear and tape on that. I'm going to put my sentiment over here, I think. And then pop that on. So it's quite a nice little way of using that ribbon. The other thing you can do is keep pulling it out, and then you've got a few little strands in there that you can kind of use. It's quite a nice way to use your ribbons. It's quite a subtle way to add sort of texture to your cards by doing that. Okay. And then a few little gems. Let's open these ones up. These are the resin dots. Should we have the sparkly ones? Let's have the sparkly ones, actually. I feel like this card needs some sparkle. Okay. There's two on there. And there we go. So I've got a little bit of fuzzy. And that is my finished card. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm going to sit and put the others together. So that's without the fuzz, but I quite like it with the fuzz. So let's just open up the next one. And how are we getting on? Are we all still hanging in there? So let's just straighten this out a little bit. A little bit of tear tape. It needs to be folded over like that. And then this one. Gorgeous, someone's put, thank you. A couple of little gems. And that's the pink, the orange. We'll do this one. This is Shy Shamrock. The ribbon, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash are very similar in colour. That's good. So just twist that round my hand. These have come together quite nicely actually, I'm quite pleased. And it hasn't taken too long at all. These will be on my blog in the next day or so with all the details. You can find that at staceymarsh.co.uk. I am also planning on the 8th of June, for those that are here in the UK, an in-colour workshop. So there will be the option to join me in person in Sittingbourne in Kent, or there will be an option to join me online. So there'll be demonstrations and tutorials for you to follow and kits available. And the whole day will be based around the in-colour. So you'll get a selection of product in your kit. And it's going to be lots and lots of fun. I've got lots of ideas in my head. There's probably going to be some sort of sampler. If you follow me, you will know I love a sampler frame. And I think these would look fab all together in one project. This one's going to be difficult, I think. This one doesn't want to unthread for some reason. Oh, this is annoying. I think my Summer Splash might not have any fuzzy on it. No, I'm going to look to do that afterwards. So in the meantime, this is just going to get stuck on there. Sometimes you just have to know when to stop, don't you? Those two greens they are very similar. They are, I think the ink, the cardstock is different. The inks are quite close. Let me put them both together. So they are very, very similar. So the next one, let's see if I can get that out of here. See, why couldn't that other one have been like this? Look how lovely that's coming out. Never mind. It can be the odd one out. Find the end. Where's the end? There it is. my last little sentiment. These gems are beautiful. I think I'm going to be buying multiple packs of these over the next 2 years. They're really, really pretty. So there we go. Those are all 5 cards now finished. Let me know what you think in the comments. What I've got left to do is I cut quite a few white layers at the beginning. So what I will do now is I will pop a white layer inside the card to just bring everything together. And that will be my little space for writing my message. And these are great cards to just have in your stash. Just everyone always needs birthday cards. They'd also make a really nice gift to give to someone perhaps that doesn't get to the shops often, or just really appreciates a handmade card. And then if you've got any excess left over at the end, just trim that off with your trimmer to even everything out. I think that's a really nice use of the ink colours as well. I think it shows them off really, really nicely. You've not just got the ink, you've got the card as well. And it just shows you how the colours work together as well. Nearly there. So these colours will be available to purchase if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the 1st of May. I will be holding a launch party on the 4th of May for you to get your hands on the catalogue, come and join a make and take, play the raffle, and of course place an order with some lovely free gifts available. And more information about that is on my website. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching and joining me tonight. I will be live again on Thursday at 12:30, middle of the day, on my Thursday lunch club, and that's where you can craft along with me. So on Wednesday I will share some materials and products, some measurements, and you can craft along with me on Thursday. And there will be a free PDF for you to download as well. If you wanted to find out more information about that, hit subscribe on here and you'll see the alert pop up just before I go live on Wednesday. Have a great week, everyone. Stay safe, look after each other, and I look forward to speaking to you all very soon. Bye for now.